Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Abby Longe, and I'm here to welcome you to a Productive Plus review. The purpose of life is to live a life of purpose. What's yours? This afternoon, I'm going to take you through the 5 keys to a Productive Plus life. I'll start with one. What is vision? Vision is about being able to see far into the future while you're here today. It's about being far-sighted while remaining rooted here. So it's not about daydreaming, it's not about not being realistic, it's not about, fooling yourself. It's about saying to yourself, I'm aware of where I am right now, but I'm going over there and I'm going to craft my life. I'm going to design the life I want to get me to that vision. A person of vision is a person that has a lot of meaning and purpose in their life. Vision propels you to really achieve high levels of achievement. Vision gives you a real focus on excellence. Your vision communicates who you are, who you want to become, and at the foundation of vision is a pursuit of excellence. A person of vision is somebody that pursues excellence relentlessly. So that's what vision is about. Without vision, you find that there's no focus. You find that you get tied down with petty concerns. You find people, when you see people who are gossiping, backbiting, they have time for all these petty things. They're people who haven't articulated their vision. When you don't have vision, expediency takes over, and you don't follow your values. You're not a person of integrity. But when you have vision, you don't go for quick fixes. You think far and you remain rooted in your integrity and your reputation. Vision is really critical because when you don't have vision and you hit a big bump in the road or one of life's curveballs as it tends to throws at you, you really get devastated. But a person with vision picks themselves up and just bounces and moves on. So vision is very important. So what's yours? Have you articulated your vision? Think about it and articulate your vision and write it down. Step 2 is about designing your dream life. What is your dream life? Research has shown over and over again that you become what you think about most of the time. So what do you spend your time thinking about? What do you want? What kind of life do you want to live? Determine the kind of life you want and determine to pay the price to live that life. So articulate your price and then determine the price you want to pay for the price. Get it? I love this poem. I bargained with life for a penny, and life would pay no more. However, I begged at the evening when I counted my scanty store. For life is a just employer. He gives you what you ask. But once you have set the wages, why, you must bear the task. I worked for menials hire, only to learn dismayed that any wage I had asked of life, life would have willingly paid. So what wage are you asking of life? Are you designing your dream life? Have you articulated what you wanted? I always tell the story about my mentor. There was a year I said, this year I really want to make 20 million in revenue. And he goes, dollars? So how much are you asking for? Are you asking of too little? Are you really pushing the boat out? Determine what you want. Articulate your dream life, your dream work life. What would it look like? What would you be doing? Where would you be working? Who would you be working with? What would your office look like? What level of responsibility would you have? What kind of skills and abilities would you have? What kind of goals would you be accomplishing? Write it down. How about your perfect financial life? How much would you have in the bank? How much would you be saving and investing? How much would you be giving out to charity? What kind of material luxuries would you be providing for yourself? What kind of house? What kind of car? Write it down. Then we come to your dream family life. What family life are you dreaming about? Who would you be with? What kind of family would you have? How many children would you have? I heard the joke about school fees being the best form of birth control now. How many children are you planning to have? How? Because the quality of life you and your family have depends on the number of children you have. Plan it. How about your dream health and fitness life? What would you be doing to be healthy and fit? How often would you be taking a medical? How often would you be exercising? What would you be eating? What would your BMI be? What would your overall level of health and fitness be? How much energy would you be exuding? Write it out. Step 3 is about attitude. Attitude is big. Attitude is the energy, that fuel that changes everything. Your attitude depends on your paradigm. How do you see the world? What do you see when you look at things? Do you see the glass, the old cliche? Is the glass half empty or half full? That depends on your attitude. So what do you see? There are fundamentally 3 types of attitude: your cognitive, affective, and cognitive. Your cognitive attitude is about your thoughts, beliefs, and ideas, which affects your affective, and affects your cognitive, which affects your behavior. One goes after the other. So your cognitive changes your affective and changes the way you behave. So you really need to watch your attitude. There are fundamentally 3 types of people: the spectators, the sit-on-look people who just sit down and wait for somebody else to make a difference, somebody else to make a change. Then there are the critics who complain about everything, but they don't do anything to change it. And then there are the players, they're you and I, who go out there. We want to make a difference. We want to live a good life. We're living our dream life. We're the players. You're a player, aren't you? So it's important that we change our attitude. How do we do that? The starting point is to understand yourself. Who am I? What's my temperament? What are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? What are my values? And focus on understanding yourself and adjusting to your environment. The next step is to claim your responsibilities instead of rights. The world doesn't owe you anything, but you need to focus on what you're here to do. Be a blessing to the world. Associate with positive people, people who are really going places, people who know what they want from life and where they need to go. Make the present moment your happiest. None of us know how long we have. Make sure that you live your best life today. Take action to change your attitude. Always meditate and speak to yourself. Do your affirmations and say good things to yourself. Don't take yourself too seriously. Learn to laugh. It's really important that you take time to smell the roses and just, have a sense of humor about many things and find ways to relieve your stress. I love this Levels of Being ladder by George Adair. At the bottom of the ladder is survival, and then you climb up to safety. You can see on the screen the ladder. Then self-love, awakening, love, allowing, and then self-reliance. Make sure you're climbing up each rung of the ladder. At the very top of the ladder, is where people like Mother Teresa and Nelson Mandela, free from needs. Actually, I'm not too sure I want to get to the very top of the ladder on this side of eternity. But we'll keep climbing and, always make sure that you're focused on moving from survival, the level of the bus drivers who are fighting, territorial, attacking, and climb up and up and up. Awakening is the level where you really start living life, the level where you start thinking win-win, giving more, sharing more, being more open, and climb all the way to self-reliance. There are 5 E's to get ahead at work that we share a lot on, and I'll just give you the 5 E's, and you need to spend time building on this. Always be enthusiastic. Be passionate about your work. Do work that you care deeply about, and wake up each day with a sense of joy, a sense of purpose. The second E is to be efficient. Get it right first time. Don't get your work turned over. Don't say it's okay, I'll manage. The kind of carpenter, it's okay, madam. You see a table that's half bent and they're like, it's okay. No, make sure you're always excellent. Make sure your quality work is given out and you get it right first time. Make sure your work isn't turned over and over again. Be early, be punctual, get your work done. And last E, be easy. I'm still learning to be easy. Be easy to get along with, be easy to flow with, flow into any circumstance you find yourself. Those are the 5 E's. Enthusiastic, efficient, excellent, early, and easy. The next step is goal setting. Pardon me. The starting point of accomplishment is really setting goals. Set goals for every area of your life. Decide exactly what you want to achieve in life and set goals for each area. Set goals for your spirit, soul, and body. Man is a spirit, lives in a body and has a soul. So make sure you set goals to be a well-rounded person. Make sure you have education and personal development goals, spiritual and social goals, career and business goals, financial goals, family and relationship goals, and physical goals, health goals. It's very important. Brian Tracy says, write down your goals, make plans to achieve them, and work on them every single day. Before you go to bed at night, ask yourself, what did I do today to get closer to my goals, to achieve what I want to really get close to living my dream life? Goals are important for every area. We've all heard about SMART goals. Some people really, beef SMART goals in this industry. I don't. I think SMART goals, are great. It's good to have specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, timely goal. The real, letter I have a problem with in SMART goals is realistic. It's a word that I ban from the vocabulary of people around me because I find the realistic is an excuse for the mundane. Realistic is an excuse not to push yourself to your highest level. And most importantly, when you say realistic, whose reality are you talking about? Because everybody's reality is different. I always tell the story of we're in Lagos here in Nigeria, and you say to your friend, let's meet up and have dinner in Selfridges in 6 hours. And somebody will say, it's not realistic. It's already afternoon. I've missed the morning Virgin flight. Their reality is commercial flying. But somebody else will say, okay, I'll call the pilot for my private jet and we'll have dinner. It may be a bit late. He might have to fuel the PJ. So whose reality are we talking about? What reality are you on? The PJ reality, the commercial flight reality, or even my grandma's reality? Are we going to go to Apapa to get on a ship? So it's important that you are careful about the word reality. I really like real goals. So I implore you to go from SMART goals. Let your goals be specific. Let them be measurable. Let them be, achievable. Let them follow your reality and open up your reality by reading. Successful people, leaders are readers because reading really opens up your reality. Reading changes your reality. Reading helps you to escape into the brains, into the minds of people who are much more knowledgeable, have much richer experiences than you do. So please read. Let's go from SMART goals to real goals. Your goals must be researched. Read and research in every area you're setting goals so that your goals can really, really be aspirational. The E in real is encompassing. Make sure your goals, really focus on your total man. They should encompass your body, your spirit, your soul. Let's set goals for every area, your personal life, your spiritual life, your relationships, your financial life. Make your goals really aspirational. Have BHAGs, big, hairy, audacious goals, and really push the envelope out. And finally, leverage your goals. Use the power of leverage. Leverage your relationships, leverage your network, leverage your finances. Really, really use the concept of synergy, where the whole is greater than the sum of the parts, to achieve things that you didn't think possible. Have a support system. Have accountability systems. Use your planner. We'll talk about the planner in a minute. And really leverage to achieve your dream life. The primary difference between high and low achievers is execution, action. Nike just got it spot on. Just do it. Make sure that you acquire the knowledge, the skills that you need. Make sure that you build competence in the areas you want to be recognized in, and make sure you do something every day to become better. in that field. Execution is what it's all about. Goals are worthless without execution. Write down your goals, prioritize them, and take action. Take it one step at a time, and every day make sure you get closer to where you want to be. My last key to a productive plus life for today is the power of discipline. It's not that some people have willpower and some don't. It's that some people are ready to change and others are not. It's all about how badly you want it. Discipline is really about knowing your why. Why am I doing this? How badly do I want to achieve this? And how much am I prepared to commit to achieving what I want? Self-discipline is a very important trait for successful people. To reach our goals, let's visualize them. Let's write them down, and then let's commit everything to get them done. If you don't have self-discipline, you really can't be very successful. Discipline is not a word most of us like. It's hard, isn't it? Discipline. But I'm going to give you 10 tips to improve your discipline. Number 1, always have set written goals. Number 2, meditate often. Spend time thinking about what you want to achieve, how you want to achieve it, and really think about your why. That improves your discipline. 3, exercise often. Exercise makes you more determined, gives you a lot more energy, and gets oxygen into your brain. Get accountability partners, get a coach, get a sign up on one of our coaching programs, and get an accountability partner to help you. Get an accountability tool, get a planner, remove options. Step 5, removing options is if you think or if you feel or you give yourself an option, then you generally tend to, I don't need to do this, I have an option. So when you really want to achieve something, don't give yourself an option. Set yourself a deadline and go for it. Number 6 is to remove temptations and distractions. Most of the time, except, I really want to catch up on the news, I don't do my subscription for cable because it's a real distraction sometimes, especially on a weekend. I want to catch up with reading. Cable companies, please come up with pay as you go, because I find that, sometimes I just want to read. I don't want the cable TV to distract me. Number 7 is to do the hardest things first. Instead of procrastinating something difficult, just schedule it early in the day and get it out of the way. 8, eliminate unnecessary decisions. There's some things you don't need to worry about. You don't need to decide. You can delegate to your assistant, to your spouse, and don't really think about it. 9, commit 100%. If you commit to something, you've got to get it done and you don't have a choice. 10, create habits, rituals, and routines. Habits, rituals, and routines really help you get your mind into a cycle and they get you to do things. So those are my 10 tips for improving your discipline. Take control of your life. It's important to have the ability to overcome problems. I firmly believe that the impact of the decision far outweighs the impact of the damage. So whatever damage you've suffered, whatever abuse, whatever rejection, what disasters, death, grief you suffered, know that you can decide to overcome it. You really can bounce back from it and do. I'm going to share with you before we go some of the Productivity Plus tools. I told you earlier that we give you accountability partners. We have the planner, the seminar, and the coaching. We'll be giving you more information about these later, but the seminars and the coaching really help you identify those energy robbers, those time wasters. They give you proven productivity principles and help you really establish smart action plans. So it's important that you really plan your life. It's important that you have a planner, a coach, or an accountability partner to really help you. I'm going to leave you with 2 tests that you really should take to tell you how you're doing. The first is the Purposeful Life Test, and the second is the Productive Life Test. If you sign up to abilonge.com, on abilonge.com, you can take the test and see your results and tell me about it. Tell me about how you've done and what we need to do about it. Remember, you can go to our website, abilonge.com, take the Purposeful Life Test and the Productive Life Test. Are you living a productive plus life? Remember, that a life of passion, a life of excitement, a life of purpose, a life of excellence is a productive plus life. I implore you to come join me. Design your life, live your dream life, design that life, build your dreams day by day. Thank you. See you soon.